Hi folks, it's Colin Fraser, and here is sort of our final video in the logo branding Rasa tutorial and design series. And this is the one I want to show you how I go about working with mobile and tablets and things like that. In other words, testing templates to make sure that pages look good on different devices. Trying to preview your website on a mobile phone after the fact, well, when it's kind of too late, you want to be previewing as you go, as you make updates to the text or pictures and things like that, especially if you're dealing with clients. The worst thing that can happen, or one of the worst things that can happen, is you preview your website for a client and they take a look at it on the phone and they freak out because something doesn't look right. A lot of clients don't understand that when designing for mobile, it takes the design aspect to basically a whole other level, because there's a lot of other things you have to check for when keeping all the different devices in mind. So it's a process, but here's how to simplify the process. I suggest you work with Google Chrome for this particular aspect of testing for mobile. Chrome has a really cool thing called the developer tool, and you can access it through the little menu up top here, more tools and developer tools. I just press Control Shift and I, or Command Shift and I on the keyboard, and it opens up a panel. Now typically this panel here, what I do is I detach it, so it's a separate window altogether, and I put it into a separate monitor that I have. But you can also have it on the left or dock it to the bottom of the page by changing the orientation. Okay, so in this case I'll leave it docked on the right hand side because I think that's the default setting if you haven't played around with it like I have. Okay, now for mobile, right here is the toggle device toolbar. Click that little icon right there and you get this wonderful drop down that you can select different devices for previewing. You can edit the device list to select what devices you want in here to view, add custom devices, etc. Get rid of that. But it just makes it a lot faster and a lot easier for previewing your website on a mobile device, so that way you don't have to pull it up in your phone and make sure that everything works, right? And the whole idea with a mobile device is we want to have the content basically in a single column, unless it's very, very narrow content, and we want to be able to read the content without having to pinch and zoom. And that's sort of the law of Google and mobile web design. So as you see this Rasa template here, everything is centralized, stacked on top of each other for mobile viewers, and it just makes it a lot easier for mobile viewers to read the content, so that way, like I said, they're not pinching and zooming. But anyways, that is the tool that I use, or suggest you use if you're not using one right now, because it's free, it's easy, and you can get in the habit of taking a look at your web page before you publish it up and before you send it to a client, and you can take a look on different devices just to see what it's going to look like. And the really cool thing is, for iPad, for example, it shows you sort of, this is the portrait mode. You can just do a flip and it flips it over to the tablet mode. Same with a phone. So that makes developing and designing a whole lot easier.